make me dance. You make my heart beat super fast. You lift me up, you make me laugh. Baby, you're the best I ever had. You're the best I ever had. told you once, baby. I told you once what I know. You got to let it go. I told you once, baby. I told you once what I know. You got to let it go. I told you once, baby. I told you once what I know. You got to let it go. I told you once, baby. I told you once what I know. You got to let it go. Got to let it I told you once, baby. I told you once what I know. You got to let it go. I told you once, baby. I told you once what I know. You got to let it go.
And we're here. Are you here? We are here together to have a fantastic game on Stalingrad. It's the first friendly competitive game for CoHLLition, a newly formed community having WD-44, Squadron 45 and the Phalanx led by Scars tonight. So we will have him after the game to come into the chat with us and just talk about this newly formed community. Eyes are surely on them to see what and how they are going to deliver today on their first competitive game. On the flip side, for the Allies, or should I say for the Russian side, we have got the Red Army against the 14th Panzer PZL. Gonna be good. Not sure at how the game is going to go. Definitely not sure at how the game is going to go. Will it be a quick one? Will it not be? Will it be a lot of sort of like areas that teams might need to improve on? You know, I haven't seen Red Army and the 14th working together before. Definitely I haven't seen a coalition before since it's new. So I'm expecting to see quite a few areas that both teams will probably need to work up on. However, definitely we're going to see a good game. We saw Red in the CoHLLition spring seasonal with another community, so we know that they're used to some high level performance, and they will definitely be back into the full seasonal. I know that the CoHLLition will be looking to join next seasonal, so as the spring seasonal is drawing to a close, the CoHLLition will start to get that ball rolling and try to iron out some stuff to be joining us for this for the new seasonal. It's going to be brilliant. It's definitely going to be a good game. It is on Stalingrad. It is going to start in just over 15 minutes. Now, I know that it is going to be a 15-minute delay, so I'm hoping that everything should be working. I've checked the mics, I've checked everything, quadruple checked, so I'm hoping for sure everything is going to be perfectly smooth in tonight's game. What we are going to do is make sure that you guys have already got your prediction going. Who do you think will win? Will it be CoHLLition? I'm just typing it in now, so you guys should already have it in. Or will it be Red and the 14th PZL? Let's have a look at the lineup. Let's have a little look at the lineup. You know me, I am absolutely shocking at naming the names, because I can't even name English names, let alone anything else. So we have got Mitayaka for the red, leading the team for the Russians tonight. There are the sides up here. Do have a check out on those. I'm not even going to try and pronounce some of these names. Do not forget that we have got Scars up here as well, leading the new coalition with a fantastic big squad. We've only got a little bit. That's all I've been given. There's a few names that I couldn't quite get up because it messed up the algorithm. But go and have a little look at what we have got here. Let's talk about map, baby. Let's talk about map, baby. Let's go. No, not that one. Here we go. So CoHLLition and the Axis will be starting on our left. Red and the 14th will be starting on the right as the Russians. It will be merged against, will it be Railway Crossing or Carriage Depot or down south at train station. Now I do strongly believe that the Germans do have the upper hand here, being able to have tanks up on that high point in and around on the left side of the train line. But on the flip side, the Russians do have a good amount of buildings that they can kind of get into and defend from, and be able to just really push back the enemy infantry. But let's have a little look if it does go to Railway Crossing. So in the orange is where I'm kind of expecting the garrisons to be placed, you know, from both sides. House of the Workers just on the outside will allow them to push up in and around over crossing. We're also going to see, if I can, there you go, let me just make that slightly bigger so you can see it properly. So I'm expecting to see some garrisons over here in and around the point. That will feed up into rail crossing. I am expecting one tank to be in and around here. That will definitely be able to push over and allow infantry to push into the point. Gives it quite high areas to cover. I'm expecting the Russian tanks to be over here at House of Workers and a little bit south of it. Infantry wise, it's going to be quite tough in between all of these points. There's quite tight areas, quite vulnerable areas for infantry to push into. For the Germans, it's going to be down here using that long wall. So a lot of people will probably be up against that wall and then try and push through against the carriages into Causeway. Whereas on the flip side, the Russians do have a good amount of buildings that they can probably cover, that can push into. So it's a little bit flipped for both sides. The Germans can have the upper hand on the tank side and the advantage of the view, but on the flip side, the Russians do have a good opportunity to get infantry closer to the Causeway. But you know, it's going to be tight. I don't know what the artillery is like for both sides, whether there'll be RT sniping. We're seeing that quite lately, especially in the seasonal. But will we see it here? How good is the RTs? We will assess that as well. We will be assessing everything in tonight's game from both aspects, especially CoHLLition. But it's going to be tight. I think Railway Crossing is probably going to be the one that I would like. Then it would be Carriage Depot, and then it will be train station. I think Railway Crossing will give us a little bit more of an action and a little bit balanced tank-wise. But we will see. Let's have a little look if it does go to Carriage Depot though. So again, I'm expecting some garrisons to be in and around these areas. In terms of the infantry push, again, it's going to be tight. The Russians will be down there and then attacking from both angles. They will try to be sweeping inside, but into carriage depot is quite an open little bit of field, rubble should I say, so that's going to be quite difficult for both sides. From the German side, they're going to have to be a little bit further back if they want to push into carriage depot, so they're going to be coming from here where you've got this. If you can just have a little look at the arrow markers, there is a wall, so if they can get down up to that wall, put their OPs, then they can probably push in, but it's going to have a lot of smoke. It's going to have to be combined with the RT and the tanks all combined, working together to catch carriage depot, so it's going to be difficult. I think this side, I think actually all sides do favour the Russian infantry, but as long if the tanks are in good areas, it could work in the German favour. It's definitely going to be one to watch out for, and I'm hoping for a fantastic game, and I'm hoping for quite a long game as well. I wouldn't like to have a quick one, just to get the best out of both teams, and I think they would be liking a long game as well. But carriage depot, maybe my second favourite, but yeah, I'm hoping for some accurate RT tonight, 100%. But let's have a little look at the bottom point. Train station it is. Again, I'm expecting some some garrisons in and around here for both sides, allowing their infantry to kind of push up. The Russians will probably be looking into these big area buildings where there's multiple buildings, lots of entrances that they can push into, so they'll be using that. There is quite a tall building just around here where maybe a sniper or someone good at rifle will be looking to try and get there and get a good advantage point, maybe even an MG, but you'd need to be careful because the tank I'm expecting to be over here, that will be sussing that out. But if an MG can get up there, it's going to be a good angle because the field of view is really big on that. Little bit more south again, there's another building that they can use, so again, infantry there to try and push out, to try and flank, because if one team can kind of flank from either side, it's going to be quite dangerous. But again, support from the tank has to be crucial for all 3 points. On the flip side, for Germans, for the CoHLLition side, again, they're going to be looking to take this wall that's kind of near the railway lines. So they'll be setting up their OPs, they'll be setting up maybe even a garrison. They might even try and get a garrison down here, but on the safe side, it will probably be around here, but we will keep an eye on those. But I do think on this particular point, both teams will try to probably flank more than going directly into it. It's going to be it's again quite open, just like carriage depot, to get into this point. It's gonna be, what's the word? It's gonna be a lot of kills, whatever you guys call it. It's gonna be meat feast. Meat feast? I think it's you guys call it. Bloodbath, another word for it. It's gonna be something. But I'd like to see some good defending from both sides. I would like to see some sort of nice airheads coming in. Let's have a little look at all of the points. In terms of the next point, we don't really kind of go on to the next point when we talk about the 3 middle points. But I think Dalgi Raven is probably the best one to have for the Germans in terms of that second point. In terms of the Russian first point, I would probably say it's going to have to be House of Workers, because you've got that big building, lots of windows, lots of areas that they can kind of defend from, mini areas around that they can hold from. So I would personally like to see the top line, Dalgi Raven, Railway Crossing, and then House of Workers. And I think if we get that, then we will be set for a lovely game. It is also going to be quite difficult if one team has 2 points kind of together and then 2 points like down south. The flow of the game will be determined on the points as per every game, but it's also who kind of reads the game as well. I would like to see a lot of attacking, lots of defending from both sides. I want to see loads of things going wrong. In all niceness, you know, I want to see, you know, airheads that spawn and they don't get to take out, you know, and they're right next to it. I would like to see that because I want to see how each other teams attack and defend, and so we can try and capture the most of the gameplay. And I think this is going to be quite brilliant. So I'm quite in particular on this one. It's going to be a good game, but how good is it going to be? Predictions? I'm not too sure. Predictions, I'd like to say CoHLLition will be coming out favourites, but it's new. Will they be able to do it? Red has been in the spring season and they did have a good run with War. It kind of favours the Russians, but Germans with their tanks. I'm going to go with the CoHLLition. I think, you know, because I'm thinking squad line battle and I'm seeing a lot of WD-44 in there. I see a lot of the flanks in there. Once or twice I've seen squadron. Haven't seen much of Red and 14th PZL in the squad line battle or in the games. I don't know what quite to expect, only from what I've seen from Red. They've had a good run, but I've seen a little bit more of the CoHLLition team. So I'm going to swing a little bit over to this side, but I could be wrong. We will find out in just about 8 minutes time. Need a drink. Oh, not 8 minutes, 3 minutes time. Do apologise. It should be actually starting any second now. So we gonna have a little quick jump into the game here. Let's have everything set up just before we go. Okay, let's jump up in the sky. Oh, we're seeing a little bit of a pre-attack here. You know, team's just warming up. It's 4-1. You know, that we're just playing before the game. But already, this is what we want from the commander. The red commander, Mitakaya, already here. I think we're up for a treat tonight. I think we're up for a certain treat. How it's going to turn out, it's anyone's game, but you should still have hopefully the prediction on. So get your prediction on who you think will win this. So let's have a little look at those 3 points here. So these are the 3 points that I would personally like. Let's start with the least favourite. It should be in and around here, yeah. So here is the last one. I believe that is Railway Crossing. Not the best. This is what we're talking about, the building there that they can take cover in. And that's the wall that we're looking for, that the Germans will be setting up on. Quite tight. That's what I'm saying about the space. It's going to be difficult. Needs a little bit of arty and smoke to combine. We also do have the next point, which should be there. Again, quite difficult. The wall is a big saviour point for the Germans. Lots of carriages to get in the way so people can move up. Smoke arty has to be happening and it has to be accurate for all of these games, or for each of these points. I do expect the Russians to try and push in from this angle here and over here as well, but that's if we've got the point. Let's jump straight over to the last point just in case, which should be in and around here. So Russians can use this particular building here to hold. They will also be looking to use this area here to try and flank in and around. The Germans will be building their bodies right on this wall here to try and push into the carriages and up and over, but it's this line here that will be difficult for each team. Obviously if it's the Germans and it is this top point, the Russians are loving it, so they just need to sit, put the RT on here, and we are ready to go. We are at about 96 players at the moment. Let's have a little look at where all these infantry are. Let's just keep an eye on Dictator as the minutes start to come to the close. $97 now. So let's actually have a little look at the red and the PZL team that we've didn't get quite a full team list. So, but we can look at it now. Again, I'm not going to say the names. I'll name a few. Alex, Auspice, Dictator, Calvis, Redis.
Scar, can we start the game?
Wolfie.
Guys, can we start the game?
No.
98 players. Think that this might be it. Now looking at it, it's 49 to 48 at the moment. Just waiting on the maybe no 49. This should be it. We should be changing any time now. It's official. I'm sweating. That means I'm excited. I don't sweat unless I'm excited for a game and I feel like it's going to be a good one. Every game that we kind of watch or manage to get a chance to keep an eye out on is a good game. So we got Sampa as well. I'm not even going to be able to mention some of these names here. Luch, Erica, it looks. We got Pilot. They are team killing. They are trying to take out the morale of the CoHLLition team already. Trying to demoralize them because they feel like if we do it now, they might feel like, oh my days, we are in for a tough game. Or will the CoHLLition come back and say, no, We are not having this. We're coming to win this game. We will see. It is so close. We're at 99 players. We should be kind of ready now. Just checking my ping because it was quite high earlier. 120. It seems okay for now. It seems okay for now. Are you guys ready? Just double check to see if they're ready.
We are ready.
We are ready.
Ready?
Okay, good luck, have fun, guys.
Good luck, have fun.
Thank you.
Okay, they're ready. Looks like we're just waiting for the red. Are the red ready? Ooh. Literally, countdown. How long? We're at 99. We're literally just waiting for the go ahead. I'm excited. Let's go. Map change. That means we are ready. Red versus the 14 PZL, taking on the newly formed CoHLLition with WD-44, Phalanx and Squadron 45 on Stalingrad. Friendly competitive game. It is the first game for CoHLLition. How will they turn out in this game? Who is going to win? You've got 2 minutes. Go grab yourself a drink. Go get your feet up. Go get a cushion. Go get a pillow. Go do whatever you need to do. Because we're in for a battle tonight. When it loads up. It always scares me when it loads. Yes, we're in. No problems. Ooh, I'm having a little quick glance at the last point for the middle. It's looking good. It's looking good. Okay. We have got railway
which tank are
cores
we supposed
crossing.
to take? Because us
Panzer
is-
I'm gonna spawn the Panzer II in the middle.
Okay, what I will do is, because I don't normally get squad roll, I will be turning this down just to make it fair. Let's have a little look at these points here. So we have got Nail Factory, Yellow House. That is not bad for the Germans. Going up into railway crossing, which is what we wanted, but it also helps the fact that both teams do not have that side point at the top of the map. Then it goes back down into the middle into Pavlov House, which isn't a too bad point to have for the Russians, but then all the way down to Volga Banks. Germans definitely have the better points in here than the Russians. You can see where they're already pushing to. All these markers coming out from the Germans. Who is gonna come out on top? We will see. 30 seconds left. Just gonna mute all of these so I can keep an eye on the ping. It's 92 at the moment. It's not bad. Okay, I might have a ping problem here. We'll see. We'll see. But does it do the same for this side? What's happened here? No trucks? To be honest, I'm not actually seeing any trucks on the map. I'm not seeing any tanks. Okay. Well, we can definitely see that there's something coming here. But tonight we might not see any tank play or transport truck. 156. In comes the artillery. CoHLLition a little bit late to the party here. Strafe and run coming in. Red and PZL already trying to push it out. Not the best start. George is already marking some infantry. This is dangerous from the CoHLLition to already have infantry on the wall that they were looking to try and get hold of. If this is lagging, I do apologise. But here we go. A little bit of a fight here from Sol, from WD-44. He goes down. More of the WT. It looks like the WT are on the attacking side. Overlord from red. And a recruit, Freya, holding back the WD-44 here on the edge of the map. It is already 3-2 to the Russians. But as you can see from the map, there are a lot of infantry about to push up. Clancy 14 pushing through the track. Daniel might come out. He's trying. Oh, he's sneaky. Got the kill from underneath. But this is big from the red. Look at it. Radis on the side of the map there with his with his sniper. Sempo is pushing. Osip already on Yellow House. Scars out in the distance. Not many people here to defend from with the flanks, and they are already contesting. S45 with the phalanx on a defensive duty. Osip might come in contact. Here we go. Redder. This is not good from the coalition side so far. But they are defending. They've just got enough bodies here. Scars has got his garrisons up, and he's got a good amount of infantry on the borderline, which is where we're saying Calf gets a kill. In comes more. Panos takes one. Grizzly on the right. Pashani on the left. Holding. But the red and PZL are still coming back. Oh, Strafen. But we are seeing a little bit of a contestment over there at Railway Crossing. But nothing. A little bit of flicker there. Rui is here with Crazy Dodge. He's doing a brave run. He might get the OP. He gets one. He gets two. He cleans the OP and he gets three. Does he get four? Does he get four? And he gets four. Squad cleanup. This is what we were saying earlier. Artie and the Smoke have to be working hand to hand on this if they want to be taken out. And an Artie just taken out the only last player close to Yellow House. The phalanx go down as well to his OP. Danny just survives. That's the man you want to carry on. Rax. Well, you've seen him in the WTH server. I've personally seen him as my nemesis. Great player, but he goes down. But look at this for a spawn. Oh. Decent bombing run from Scars. Just in a nick of time to carry on with the attack. But nothing happening just yet. Will it go to the red and PZL? And it does. 4-1 in just 12 minutes. Aspid taking two. Danny's still alive. Osip on the left. But it does really help the CoHLLition to have 2 points so close together. But Radis and Cycrolat are already here. But with the sheer amount of force, CoHLLition had no garrisons. And this is what we are saying. You know, this is kind of what I was hoping for. You know, some mistakes from either side. You know, because that just goes to show where you kind of maybe need to work on, or where you need to make sure you solidify. But we're about to have a little bit of a Scars one-on-one here. Scars should come out on top. Will he push? And he does. Good work from Scars, taking charge of the point. Clancy trying to come around. Dictator up there in the north, sniping away. Let's have a quick look at him. What's his position like? It is decent. He's got Rui in front. Not anymore. Blaze. Martian, maybe. Maxin. No, Blaze. Blaze. Good angle for Dictator to be in. Now, if Red, maybe like 3 more players close to rail. In comes a Kutush. I can hear it. Let's have a watch as it lands. Should be landing in front of us. There we go. A little bit of a scatter from the Kutush. I've not seen anyone go down with it just yet. One goes down just on the left side. That's the pros and cons to having it, but it's worked, and they're already at nail crossing. 10%, about 10% now has been capped. Wolfie! 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 Wolfie didn't see. But thankfully someone else did see. CoHLLition capping the point back now. Tiger trying to take a few hits. Here we go. Oh, he got taken down. Will the second flanks player come out? Will Rax come out? He just about catches the support. Still defending, almost fully capped it back, and there we go. $18. Definitely seen that player in the spring seasonal. He pushes in. He jumps. Will he be able to get the kill? He does, without any doubt. He's going to try and push to try and come behind the phalanx. And keep an eye on him. Vaha with the wide flank. But Mitaka is there. Might be able to hold him back. We will see if he catches an eye. Oh, we've got a little bit of a push here. Jolly Roger. Wolfie! Wolfie goes down to Jolly Roger. And back again it goes for the red, taking 25% of the point. Teamed up with PCL. I believe now maybe Scars has got a bombing run. Recon plane coming up. I can't see nothing. Don't understand why I can't see nothing. But I'm guessing it's going to be right down the line. It is. So I'm definitely expecting a bombing run. They are just slightly defending Proximo. We do see a tank. I'm sorry. Sorry, but that's what we've been seeing in seasonal, and that's great to see from the phalanx using that aggressive tank to get back in. But no. Oh, now we see the tank. That is disgusting. From Fast and Missa building an 80 tank just in front of it. But we are seeing a little bit of a cap over at Yellow House. Strafing run coming in. It's so tight right now. Semper. Oh, he doesn't see. But just 5% left. Spiros and Thunder trying to get into the point, but I think unlucky from Scars and the Phalanx and the CoHLLition team. Fantastic, great attack, you know, very aggressive from the Reds and PZL. You know, really going. Once they took that point, they were off on the Yellow House, and then once they got the Yellow House, they're off on that. But what a quick game! You know, both teams will go away with this with a lot to one work on, and one, you know, what was the positive, what the negatives. But we didn't see much. But what a great game that we saw. Quick, concise. I'm just shocked we didn't see any physical tanks. We just see people just chilling in the air. But do stay there because we do have Scars joining us very, very shortly in this. Let's go over and let's check him out. Tough game. Real tough game. But we will have Scars. You know, it's a tough game for the newly formed team, but lots to work on. Great effort. You know, they managed to actually come back and defend on the first part, but fantastic effort, absolutely. And I'm sure they will come back for sweet revenge at some point. We are just double checking if we can get let me just put that on just in case. But Scars should be joining me just in a second now. Let's just confirm. But yes, oh, wow. While we're waiting for Scars, you know, we've had a quick one here. Do not forget that there are already Hell Let Loose spring seasonal semi-finals right now. You've got WTH taking on TL. You've got Core taking on Blacklist. They're getting played right now. They might have finished by the time we've finished the stream. But if you missed those games, do not forget myself, Garthnix, with a fantastic streamer called Daz Alberg, will be joining us tomorrow on the recapping starting at 7 p.m. UTC time, so do go and check that out. But let's get Scars in and let's talk about this new CoHLLition. Wow. But I feel like there is a rumor of another game coming up. I believe maybe next weekend. We'll definitely ask him when he joins us. Okay, I believe he is just on his way. And there he is, the famous Scars. Hello, Scars. How are you?
I like the word famous. But hello, buddy.
Hello.
It's always a pleasure talking to you.
Oh, what a quick game, but what a game to have. I have to admit, Red were very aggressive on that, and it actually shocked me at how aggressive that they were. I don't know, I didn't, for some reason on the map, you might see it later on in the VOD, I couldn't see any marks in terms of tanks, transports, so it looked from above, it just looked like a load of infantry just running. Was that correct? Was there something wrong with the trucks?
Yes, that was the initial hiccup. Our transport truck full of people just stuck. The second hiccup was the formation of 3 tanks. Came inside the point a bit more later than we anticipated. And you know, those little details makes you lose the game. It's a thin line between losing and winning. They were better. They were better prepared. But I'm going to tell you something. This is the first match of 50 people that never play together.
Yeah.
So we don't hold it on ourselves. We play with a team that was better. And we will learn our lessons and we come up strong. That's for sure.
100%. You know, first game that you guys all played together, there were meant to be mistakes, and I think if there weren't any mistakes, then why have you not combined together before? So, you know, we said it before, there were going to be mistakes, maybe from both sides, but you know, that initial that you were talking about, that transport truck going down and the movement of the tanks, it's good that that happened. because that
Yes.
you work on that, and the next time you'll probably do your brief and all that, and then obviously on the next game and the next game you'll just get better and better. But I think your defense was, really good from the initial on Yellow House. You managed to sneak that back. I saw from your bombing run that you managed to push
Yes.
it back slightly, but the bodies from the Reds, and I feel like Red Army and the 14th have played together before. I doubt that they've not played before, because they had mixed bodies between defending and attacking. I saw that I think that maybe WD-44 were more of your attacking squads, and
Yes,
Squadron
yes.
and Phalanx were more of your defending squads. Is that correct?
Yes.
Yes.
Exactly.
Okay.
We try and separate sectors and defense and offense. If you consider all things consider, when you play a competitive match with the players who are the second or the third time they play competitive, first of all, I want to say congratulations to everybody on our team. I mean, it's not easy to understand the concept that you have to go a notch up from your standard play game, rhythm to a competitive one. It's hard, and some people will find it in the way. Phalanx have a lot of people that play in the past competitive. WT44 also, S45, a new clan that join us on that alliance. We all need to work intertwined, combined.
And
I was not expecting that early loss. To tell you that is the only thing that I don't like. That we lost so fast. We don't. I think we don't deserve that, to be honest.
Yeah.
And
I agree.
That's about it. About this game. It's a for us. It was a training. It was a hard training. We always told that all this week. We made plans and say, okay, this is not something we should play it like it's a very, very hard training. We lost fair and square. Congratulations to the red team. They were better, and but I think we didn't deserve that.
Yeah, I agree. They were extremely offensive, which could have cost them quite a bit if you had a little bit more, like you were saying, intertwined together, and you played together quite, like, got a few games under your belt, and I think that they, if they pushed up as much as they did on another game when you've played together before, I think that could have ended very badly for Red and the 14th. But
yes, if we cap they were very aggressive, which is a two-edged knife.
Yep.
If we cap the Yellow House, then it's downhill. The Germans have a very good position up the hill, so it is very hard to stop them. But in order to do that, you must have a quick reaction time, which we did. Everybody spawned back, and it was a bit of a shock at the initial, which the hardest part is to overcome that shock when you lose the first and the second point inside 5 minutes.
Yeah.
We knew that it's gonna be they're gonna be aggressive. We see that a lot, and it was generally not the game we expected. But
no,
I don't remember any game that goes as expected. Everything goes.
Yeah. You talk to the commanders of the final next weekend and see if everything that they were predicting went the right way. Never every game does not go, but you've got that first game under your belt now, and it's like like doing a race. You've warmed up now. Now you can just go with the flow and
exactly. That is a. You must have a start. All starts are always bad. Always. Everything you do in your life, when you start something, is gonna be, but it's the darkest time before the dawn.
Yep.
That's the one, and I don't care about the result. I don't care about anything. We built up a team. It's like football. You make some friendly matches.
Somewhere.
Yeah, we having every Sunday we're having matches now. in order to coordinate all this. And mark my words, you're going to see a whole different team next week, and the next one, and the next one.
Good. Good. I
I,
like
I,
that.
I would strongly suggest you stream all of them. You're going to see some really,
If I'm
really
free
good
every
things happening.
weekend, I'll happily take that offer. But you have to
Nice.
take the positives out of today because, you know, you were saying that everyone respawned very quickly. Your reaction times were very good. So that's a huge positive. And I also
Yes.
saw two of your phalanx tanks push into that last point to try and hold or to push them
Yes.
back off that cap. And it did work, you know, but I don't know how well they did, but cheekily they built an 80 tank or 80 cannon right next to your tank, which took it out. But there was two of your tanks that pushed into the point, and that's what we see in the seasonal, and this is what we've seen today. Aggressive
Yeah.
tanks, and they can either hold your win or hold your lose or even potentially win the game for you. So it's great that you've already got that entwined in your coalition.
If they had bodies around them, then it would be very difficult for the Russians to defend it.
Yeah.
If we got this unfortunate, I would see it on your stream, but they told me that they stuck on somewhere. So 50, like 12 people, sorry, had to walk like 1 minute and a half,
Yeah.
leaving these tanks unprotected. If we had, like we thought about it and planned it, a full mechanized infantry assault with 2 looks, which they don't have actually an answer to the Russian side. They are very Echelon V, it's called, that's a tank formation, because I
Yep.
used to be a tanker in the army. It's very hard to get them, and especially when they are supported by infantry. But you know, it's a game, things happened, things were not very good on our side from the beginning. It ended badly. We keep the good points as you state,
Yeah.
and I'm sorry, I will promise you a longer streaming next time.
That is all fine. But you can watch the VOD back. You can see kind of where things went and how things planned out for you from a little bit of a training perspective.
Yeah.
But I'd like to ask you, because I know that you might want to go on your debrief quickly, but
Okay,
just tell us
okay.
a little bit about CoHLLition, because this is your, I mean, I'm saying this right, because I know it's slightly worded correctly to fit the CoHLLition. CoHLLition? Or CoHLLition?
Yes.
Yeah. Just tell us a little bit about who you've got in it and what sort of roles each community will be playing, and who's going to be roughly more of the commander. Is it yourself or is it a multiple amount of people?
Yeah. Okay. We are three communities: Phalanx, WD44, and S45. Phalanx is a Greek branch. The WD44 are former Yugoslavian countries: Serbia, Montenegro, Croatia, and I think I forget Kosovo, you know, and S45 have 2 branches, a Dutch one and a Hungarian one. So in order to be more competitive, we formed an alliance.
Yep.
That's the first name of that alliance, and we don't have any roles particularly. We just see the map and we plan our tactics. We say that I'm going to be the designated commander, but you know those things change
Yep.
according to how things are going to the alliance. It is the I think the biggest question, the biggest bet is how we communicate all together. Lovely guys, all of them actually, very good guys, and we have so smooth coordination. All we need is take this and put it in our game, and that's it. Because as you are on a competitive team, very close to us, WT8, and I can see that they are close. They play together because you don't only need good players. You need good communication. You need a solid team, and that's why I'm going there. That's about it. That's simple. It's a game.
It is.
That's simple.
And going off that, I noticed that a lot of WD44 and the Phalanx, not so much Squadron 45, but definitely WD44 and you guys, the Phalanx, are in the squad line battle pretty much every week. So do you think that that will help combine you guys together? Because I know that quite a few phalanx always command in these squad line battles. So do you think that this could work as a more positive towards you guys?
Actually, us and WD44, we updated our status in squad line battles. We no longer follow squad line battle.
Ah, okay.
Yes, for the third week. We as phalanx. I mean, I can say only for my community about that. But of course we talk it. Seeing those two servers in squad line battle, the first one is highly competitive with first class communities, and the second with people who are just starting up, is not actually help us fulfill our goal, which is grind with good players. All we needed is keep our players, newcomers, to grind with other communities, and so get the grip of the matches instead of going to public and just do whatever they want to. We did not achieve that goal, and in order to not go in the other direction, for now we stepped down from SLB.
Okay.
But if you're asking for the last year we played, yes, helped a lot, building those connections and bonds with WT44. And we'll see it in the game. I'm sure about that, because they are tremendous. They're excellent players. They are excellent characters.
Very good.
And all we need to do is put it in the game. I mean, for today, let's say 1 minute, 2 minutes, 3 minutes. That's how close you go to winning or losing the game. You've seen that a lot of times. A lot of times. Just 12 people stay back for like 2 minutes. 2 minutes is everything. 2 minutes is
just
the
take them out,
point.
and then you can go back again and back where you were.
Yeah. And you need another 40 minutes to go back and defend, and 40 seconds, sorry, and another 40 seconds. That's 5 minutes wasted of your time inside the game.
For sure.
But that's the game. That of course that does not takes the ability of the red team to take the game. Okay, I'm talking about our perspective, not the opponent's perspective. They deserved it. They deserve the win. They got it. Nothing about them. I'm talking about how we should react as a team, and that's about it.
Well, I wish you the best of luck in every game coming up as you guys continue your growth working together.
Thank you very much, and thank you for your time.
No worries.
I can promise you a larger streaming in the future.
That is absolutely fine. I'll happily stream any of your games, guys.
Perfect. Thank
All
you very
I'll
much.
let you crack on. Thank you very much for the game, and good luck in the future with you.
Thank you very much. You too, buddy.
Cheers.
You
Take
too.
care. Take care.
Bye-bye.
So there you have it. We've just heard from Scars what his thoughts were on the game, how he feels that this newly formed coalition will go forward, and what he's going to do to solidify and get more experience into his community. Best of luck to WD44, Phalanx and Squadron 45 in this new adventure, but fantastic push and fantastic attack from the 35 Red and the 14th PZL. They absolutely deserved it. They executed every part of that map and when to attack and what they were to do. It looked very, very smooth from those guys. So well deserved from them. But that's it. That is it for tonight and this weekend. I'm hopefully going to jump over and see a little bit more of the semi-finals that are going on right now, and then get some information for tomorrow. Go check this out over here, because if you're not watching, you might not know who's in the final for next weekend. We've got Daz Arberg, we've got Garthnix. It's the recapping tomorrow, and I will see you tomorrow or next weekend. Thank you very much for tuning in. Thank you very much for watching. Best of luck for both teams, and personally, have a great week next week. Thank you very much, and take care.